GATV was good. It's gravitating away. And listen, man, not in a fun mood right now. So let's go ahead and dive right deep into this. The contrast and disparity of the Shanquella Robinson situation versus Carlishia Hyena Hood is a big gap in the difference on the outrage a lot of you black women choose to have when pointing out what the black male who's deceased now did to Carlishia versus a pack of hyenas attacking Shanquella. And before I go into it, let's go ahead and play the video. RIP baby girl to Shanquella being attacked by said pack of hyenas. And I want you to tell me, where was your outrage for that versus a woman who's deeming to be a victim who instigated a situation a woman of class should not find herself in? Let's go ahead and play this video real quick.
Quilla, can you at least fight back? At least something. At least fight back, something.
Get up, bro. Get up.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Quilla, can you at least?
She clearly don't want to fight back. Hence, the fruity man over there saying, Shanquella, fight back at least. No one stepped in. No one stepped in.
Fight back? At least something. At least fight back, something.
It's not just that fruity male standing in the rear over there. It's a bunch of females, her so-called friends, that are standing watching a woman not being either able to fight back, not wanting to fight back, but definitely getting her ass beat, which ultimately led to her death, especially by what the autopsy report said. This was a homicide.
Get up, bro. Get up.
Yeah.
All right, that was it for me. Like I said, there's a big disparity in the contrast between Shanquella Robinson's death and allegedly Miss Carlishia Hood being called a victim. I've seen all these YouTubers, particularly female YouTubers, who has an agenda against the black man here in the Western world, always picking and choosing which content to further divide the sexes, as if institutionally this hasn't already been, done already. They come and amp it up. They add fuel to the fire. They would have you believe that black men are no good. And most of these female YouTubers who are pushing the narrative, once again, opening this gap between man and woman, black that is, they don't even date their own race. So you got the Paris Milan, of the world, comes out and, the lies she spreads, says that most black men felt bad for the brother that put his hand on Carlishia. When in fact, if you look around YouTube, most black men could care less about what that brother did. They just knew he was dead. So guess what? End of discussion. He got his justice. More people were rooting for the young man who found himself in an unfamiliar situation that most black kids at 14 shouldn't find themselves in. And I'll take that back. A familiar situation. Black woman instigating arguments, and now she needs a male savior, i.e. meaning simp husband, simp boyfriend, simp baby daddy, or in Carlishia's case, a young 14-year-old man, who, by the way, most black men agreed did what he had to do. But let the Cruella G's of the world, Cynthia G that is, talk to you, and the Paris Milans of the world. You women show your ass. You show who you really are. You subscribe to these channels that mean no well or positivity towards the black family. More like the destruction of the black family, the destruction of the black male image. And these women push this narrative. Where is this outrage for Shanquella Robinson? Where are these female YouTubers that are pushing the onus to have justice served for that young lady and her family? It's crickets. Mind you, the hyenas that either partook in her beating or stood around and did nothing were free to go. When the autopsy pointed towards homicide, the video pointed towards homicide. See, this is what I understand. It's easy to come after the black man. Easy targets. We keep ourselves in check. We don't even need you women to keep ourselves in check. Most of these YouTube channels that talks about the black community, the brothers keep black men in check. We don't just talk about what black women are doing or not doing. We use the same fire on ourselves. You black women, and again, if the shoe don't fit, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I know not all, but most of you black women. I'm not gonna even pussyfoot around this subject. It's most of you black women. You have this, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's your experience that you've had. For instance, I've had some experience with bad black women, right? But that didn't lead me to push this narrative that all black women are bad. But yet the Cynthia G's of the world, the Paris Milans of the world have this narrative of really talking down on the black man. It makes me wonder who funds your channels. And then you got these gang boatloads of black women further pushing the narrative because you support these talking pieces of trash. You support them. You come into these black male spaces and pretend you are, our allies, while talking on the other side of the mouth, subscribing to the Cynthia G's of the world, the Paris Milans of the world. I call crap. I'm calling you guys out today because where is this sisterhoods? Where are all the queens for Shanquella Robinson? And you know why you see the disparity and contrast between the Carlishia hood and Shanquella Robinson is because in the Carlishia hood scenario, guess what? There was a black man involved. So again, we're the easier targets. We're blown up in these spaces to talk down on. But in the Shanquella Robinson scenario, it was a bunch of black hyenas. And you women are not quick to call one another out. As we seen in the BET Awards, nothing but degenerate behavior, repulsive behavior. Scallywags was out and about, and all you saw was twerking coming along. All the men standing around there smiling at it. Because a lot of you simps encourage this behavior, but you black women know how to come together for that type of behavior. I didn't see the most of you said one word about Shanquella Robinson's death still being unsolved. But Carlishia Hood, her so-called perpetrator, guess what? There was justice. He's dead. There's not much to talk about after that. He's dead. Meanwhile, this woman who endangers the life of her child, 11 o'clock at night, mind you, Southside Chicago, finds herself in a back and forth with an obvious conflicted brother. She gets no backlash about her behavior, right? Now she's this victim. She's propped up to be used as the tool to show what black men do. Nah, man, I'm not letting this slide. You so-called black queens, honestly, I don't want any of you to be my ally when you're supporting the likes of the Cynthia G's of the world, the Paris Milans of the world, and so on, whose only agenda is to destroy the black male image. Now, us brother holds one another accountable. I'm asking you black women, when will you hold each other accountable? I mean, it's disgusting at this point. I've seen it all over. You guys crown this Carlishia character a victim, forgetting the fact that she put her child in harm's way by even thinking she has the gall to go back and forth with a man. Even when that brother is threatening her to repeat or utter another word, she stood firm in her degeneracy. And you guys gave that a pass. I'm sick and tired of you guys coming at black men. We do that to each other enough, man. We don't need our black women with all the problems you ladies have. all the problems you have, all the passes y'all giving, I say this and I say it loud and clear. I don't want any allies who are black women who won't call one another out for your degenerate behavior. I don't want that. Those of you that puts the fire to where it needs to be put, shout out to you. But I'm talking about the bulk of all black women. You support each other in destroying the black male image. When, you know what's crazy about it? End of the day, y'all the same women that won't call one another out, knowing the behaviors that y'all do. Y'all the main ones that say you don't even want to be friends with each other. Hence, what happened to Shanquella Robinson? She died at the hands of another so-called black queen. No more of this crap, man. We calling this shit out. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Whatever you do, please come back and listen. I understand. I lose subscribers when I talk like this. Listen, if you don't like what I say, this channel wasn't for you. Go check out the Paris Milans of the world. Go check out the Boyce Simp Watkins of the world. Go check out the Cruella G's of the world. This right here is about work, real work. Getting our shit back together and being who we're supposed to be. But I'm not calling none of you queens who act like dogs. I'm sorry. That's it, man. Unfreaking believable.